on, he recovers the ball. To Rooney, he shoots. Goal by United. Manchester takes the lead 2-1.
Ajeita, procura um companheiro, cruza para a boca da área. Dudu de bicicleta, gol!
Abre a porteira que eu vou voltar. Nova York me faz chorar. Abre a porteira.
Santos, lançado Pelé, penetra Pelé, perigo. Caiu o segundo gol. Exatamente pela esquerda, meteu-se Pelé, atenção. Pelo amor de Deus! Jogada extraordinária do ataque do Santos. Perigo, atenção, disparou a fera. E olha lá! Pelo amor de Deus, mas isso não existe! Segundo gol de Sua Senhoria, o senhor Edson Arantes do Nascimento Pelé. Genial, sensacional, maravilhoso!
His name is Edson Arantes do Nascimento, but to the world he is known as Pele. Not even he knows the exact origins and meaning of his nickname. Some say that it means breeze. Others claim that it was a mispronunciation of one of his father's soccer teammates. Still others say the word derives from the term pelada, or bald, from the unevenly grass-covered soccer turfs that saw the first plays of the future champion. The only thing that is certain is that years and players go by, but he, and only he, is Pele O'Ray. As in the best South American traditions, around his name have been growing up fantastic stories about his legendary performances. We talk of him as we talk about a chosen one. It has been said that in 1940, it was predicted to his mother that she would give birth to a king. We can begin his story by saying, once upon a time, there was a boy that had a unique gift. He knew how to turn a soccer ball into a magic crystal ball. The definitive affirmation of Pele in the soccer world happened in Sweden during the 1958 World Soccer Championship. People already speak highly of the young champion, but no one can foresee that at only 17 years and 8 months old, the young boy could earn the title of king that will accompany his name for the rest of his career. In the first two matches versus Austria and England, Pele won't be lined up on the field. His debut comes against the USSR, when Jose Altafini gives up his spot. Wanting him in the Brazilian formation is Mr. Santos, nicknamed also the Encyclopedia, or the Encyclopedia, for his extraordinary competence in soccer matters. The trust in the young boy proves to be well-founded, as Brazil goes on to the successive phase against Wales. After that comes Brazil-France.
Pela meia esquerda para Piantoni. Piantoni aproxima do arco. Vai nas costas de Gilmar. Atira Piantoni. Gol! Gol da França!
For the French, it is not enough to line up Fontaine, the top goal scorer of the championship. It is Pele who dominates.
Vai para a linha da área. Argentino. Curva. Bate nas costas de um francês. Sai na esquerda com a Babá. Vai tentar cruzar para a testa do gol. Para gol! Gol de Pelé! Arrincha passa agora pelo ponteiro. Movimento-se dentro da área. Deu a Pelé. Ajeita para a ponta do Babá. Virou, chutou, caiu, voltou para Pelé.
If the first two goals can be considered ordinary, the third third one is the goal that seals his name as a star. On the afternoon of the 29th of June, Stockholm hosts the final between Brazil and Sweden. All the forecasts favour the Brazilian team that lines such champions as Garrincha and Vavá. But Sweden is a more than respectable team as well, not to be underestimated. No surprise then when after only 3 minutes the Swedish team scores the first goal. Brazilian hearts at that moment revives the final, lost at home to Uruguay 8 years earlier. An anguish that Pele remembers having witnessed in his father's tears on that memorable day. The suffering lasts only 6 minutes when Brazil scores even. The first half ends with Pele hitting one of the goalposts. After Pele's goal, Sweden scores again. The match will end 5-2 with Pele scoring with a head fling and sealing the victory. Participate in a World Championship has become the main attraction in Brazil and in the world. Brazil are the world champions and the players are visibly moved. In his second World Championship, Chile 1962, he's no longer a surprise, but the most precious gem of a team that has the potential to repeat the exploit of 4 years earlier. In the end, all of the expectations will be met, but with some important variations. The debut of the Seleção, the nickname of the Brazilian team, is against Mexico. It is no match at all. The final score for Brazil is 2-0. Only the Mexicans' excellent goalkeeper prevents a worse outcome. Pele scores the second goal that secures a victory 20 seconds from the end of the match. In the second match, Brazil-Czechoslovakia, with a final score of 0-0, Pele ends his World Championship when he strains one of his leg muscles. The The Brazilian team will go on to win the Mundial again, but without the exciting playing that is by now Pele's trademark. Czechoslovakia, Pele is forced to be merely a spectator. Before the game he asks permission to test himself and his ability to play in the match, but his request is denied. As it turns out, there's no need for him to participate. His substitute, Amarildo, is sufficient to give Brazil the victory, with the essential assistance of Garrincha, splendid protagonist of this Mundial. So, at only 21, when the majority of soccer players are only at the beginning of their career, Pele can already list 2 world championships among his accomplishments. The 1966 Mundial promises to be one of the most exciting. The championship is held in Great Britain, the English being the self-proclaimed masters of soccer. The Brazilians' championship run is accompanied by a series of controversies. Opens up with an easy 2-0 win over Bulgaria, there was a strong suspicion of a sabotage plot against Pele. The villain's name on this occasion is Zeka, the German referee who turns a blind eye to many fouls aimed at stopping Ore, who scores on a free kick after only 15 minutes. After the defeat against Hungary, Brazil cannot afford any more mistakes. The price would be exclusion from the championship. The match against Portugal, team of the champion Eusebio, doesn't start out well. After 20 minutes of the first half, Brazil has to recover 2 goals.